as I was saying, K-Grave, Gaunt's, High School of the Dead, Showbits, and a bunch of hentai. They're all meant to be utilized for shock value or fan service or whatever. Though I don't mind it if it's every now and then, or if the fan service in question is used as comedic time, used for a comic device, like in Rom the One Half. But when it's done over and over and over again, that's where I cross the line. Oh, and Burst Angel is another guilty offender of this. Well, I do partially agree with this complaint. It's point. Why even bother bringing it up when it's
trying to teach our kids, Japan, that it's okay to have a... Number 4, lack of animation. This one...
Okay, he ties this one into his 8th problem, into his number 8 cliche, saying that there's little to no animation. Well, when there's points of monotonous amounts of dialogue, you don't expect much animation other than lip movement. Or in the case of Berserk, which primarily worked with still shots because of how crappy the budget was, half the time there was hardly any animation and the camera was panning out like every 8 to 10 minutes to compensate for the lack of money the show had, because the studio working on it at the time, OLM, had been putting most of their money in the fucking Pokemon. Which is a very sad fact to me. I mean, not all anime can be pumped out by companies like Gainax, Brainspace, Bones, Sunrise, or Madhouse for that matter. Because most of them don't have that kind of fucking money. So dude, sit down and shut up. Up when it comes to no animation, little to no animation.
It's similar to number and everything. Postmortem. This is the same thing as number 6, but
here he says that the overdramatic grieving over a disembodied corpse, like in Claymore, or stuff like the postmortem crap that happens in shows like Higurashi, Claymore. Ugh, excuse me. I'm not sure of any other anime that had this problem, but still, how else would you expect a human to react when they see their buddy cut up to pieces? Remember the Nom-War, dummy, you jackass? You ignorant bastard?
That had to do with the respect for the deceased. But characters range from teddy bears to Hitler.
Okay, his number 2 one was bizarre characters. Where the hell... Okay, I know we got the teddy bear thing from Fullmetal Panic Fumofu, but that thing's just a mascot, not an actual character. The Hitler thing? You obviously pulled that one off of either Fooly Cooly or Excel Saga. You are just the biggest cunt when it comes to stupidity. Congratulations, you get the Golden Dunce diploma.
Hitler.
As number 1 was the death of children. Well, what do you expect? If an adult dies, there is going to be some grieving over the character, but not a whole lot of it. If it's a child or an animal, then you'll understand. But if the character that dies in question is a child or an animal, then you anticipate there to be a greater amount of pain and agony throughout the rest of the cast. You felt throughout the rest of the felt among the rest of the cast. Among the rest of the cast. Fact of life. The death of a child or an animal is more traumatizing than the death of an adult. That's all I got to say. Dalek14mc, do your fucking research, you little pig, you stupid pig basket.